Today on BRStv, we're talking Nuvo aquariums and Zeovit. Hi, I'm RT, one of your hosts of BRStv, with another episode of 52 FAQ, where each week we answer your questions from our popular 52 Weeks of Reefing series. This week, we're answering Daniel Schultz's question from week 26, is there a Zeovit reactor that can fit into a Nuvo tank? For those of you that are unfamiliar with the Zeovit system, it's just a nutrient reduction method that's well known for avoiding nutrient-related algae issues, maintaining pristine water, and often results in some pretty intensely colored corals. I would say it's more commonly used on large SPS systems, but smaller tank owners also appreciate algae-free tanks with stunning corals, so there's no reason why someone who's running a Nuvo tank wouldn't want to give it a shot. The Zeovit system consists of 4 components, with the Zeovit media, which plays a few roles in the tank, like removing various contaminants, but the main function is uptaking a portion of the ammonia directly before it can be broken down into nitrite or nitrate. Additionally, it's a biological filter where specific types of bacteria populate. Zeobac is several strains of bacteria that build a chain designed to process nutrients and promote various processes where those nutrients are removed from the tank. Zeofood is not only a food for your corals, but it also assists those strains of bacteria from Zeobac to rapidly multiply, and Zeostart, which is a carbon-based food that allows the bacteria chain to remove nutrients from your tank. I guess it sounds complex, but more or less you just mix the rocks up once a day to get the mulm off, which the corals enjoy capturing. Add a small amount of Zeostart each day and a few drops of Zeobac and Zeofood once or twice a week. All in all, there aren't many easier ways to maintain ultra-low nutrients like this, especially one that takes a more complete approach to feeding the corals in this environment as well. It's not the only way, but certainly one that a tremendous amount of reefers have had success with. So as to Daniel's question about using this in a smaller tank like a Nuvo and finding a reactor that fits, currently there just isn't a reactor that small, but keep in mind that the reactor is mostly just a convenience. You can definitely throw some of the Zeovit rocks in a media bag. 1 liter of the media is enough for a 100-gallon tank, so you'll need to divide it based on the size of your aquarium. Then throw it inside a mesh filter sock and mix it around once a day with your hand to achieve the same effect. The reactor does control the flow rate as well, which can be important on larger systems, but most low flow compartments like those in the back of a Nuvo should be just fine. I haven't done this myself, but some reefers also experiment with a more traditional carbon dosing method using just the Zeobac, Zeostart, and Zeofood. In theory, this should also keep very low nutrients just like any other carbon dosing method, but in a bit more controlled format that maintains a very specific chain of bacterial strains. So no, there isn't a reactor out there yet for smaller tanks, but there definitely are some simple workarounds like these for reefers who are interested. If you haven't seen the full episode, check out week 26 where we go a bit more in depth on the Zeovit system. In today's poll, we're asking, would you consider running Zeovit on a smaller tank? Hopefully this helped shed some light on the topic for you. If it did, let us know with a quick thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe, because in the next episode, we're answering Stephen O'Brien's question on the challenges of switching to a different brand of salt.